God. My God. Hello everybody and welcome back to another presentation of Saturday Night at the Ballpark. Tonight we have the 72 Cleveland Indians against the 72 Cincinnati Reds. The Cleveland Indians in 1972 were 72-84. They were 5th in the American League East. And the Cincinnati Reds of 72, they won the National League West. They were 95-59. We are in Cincinnati, and the ballpark singles, lefties, it's going to be 6, for the righties 3, diamond shots for the lefties 13, and 4 for the righties. And we will give the lineups in just a second. And Bob Astromonte team will line up will just look like this. It will be Dale Unser leading you off, playing center field. Batting second is going to be Eddie Leon. He'd be the second baseman. Alex Johnson will be in left field, batting third. Greg Nettles will hit cleanup. He'll be at third base, batting fifth, and at first base, Chris Chambliss. Ray Fosse will be batting sixth. He'll be behind the plate. Buddy Bell will bat seventh, and he'll be in right field. Frank Duffy will be at shortstop. He'll be batting eighth, and G.PERRY will be batting ninth. Defensively for the Cincinnati Reds, starting off with the outfielders. From left to right, Pete Rose will be in left, Tolan in center, Foster in right. First to third will be Perez, Morgan, Menke, Concepcion, and bench behind the plate, Nolan on the mound. All right, so let's get started here. And Gary Nolan has finished his warm-up pitches. And we're ready to get going. And leading off will be Dale Unser. Unser in the year of 1972, he batted .238, 1 homer and 17 RBIs. Gary Nolan gets in. Oh, we're going to start dropping dice already. Yeah, we're going to start that. Nolan, Unser, .238, 1 homer, 17 RBIs. Nolan looks in, gets assigned by bench, and here comes the first pitch of the ball game. And that's going to be a 2-7 from the right side, and that's a solid base hit into left field. And Unser starts off the game with a leadoff hit. So 1 on, and that'll bring up Eddie Leon. Let's see. They're going to be holding Unser. Well, actually, he's a 15 on the jump. He has a 3 through 7. And then he has a 2, an 8, and a 12. Wait a minute. That's an 8 through 12. So let's see what we have here. Nolan on no hold. And you got Johnny Bench behind the plate. He's a -4, so that'll drop it down to 11. And then 2 off the hold is 9, and we're not going to do that. So they are holding him. So his hit and run will be a B, and Bob Astromonte has put the hit and run on. Try to move the runner over. Hit and run is on. And I got to get the chart out. Let's get it set up. It's here. All right, so the hit and run is on. We will throw the 20 in case a wild pitch or pass ball occurs. And he is going to be a B because the infield is in. That'll count, subject to change. And that's an 18. We'll use it in case we need it. And that's going to be 2 on a B. And that's going to be a base hit into center field, round in second, and heading for third will be Dale Unser. And we got first and third for the Cleveland Indians here in Cincinnati. First and third. So 2 on for the Indians, and the batter will be Alex Johnson. Now, Eddie Leon is a 1-3, so 1-3. They're going to play off him, and and they're going to play back. So here we go. Infield is back. They're setting up for the double play. They're going to allow the run to score. Alex Johnson, in the year of 1972, batted .239, no homers, 37 RBIs. Leon, I didn't give his stats. He batted .200, 4 homers and 16 RBIs in the year of 1972. So Gary Nolan looks in. He's in a little bit of a jam here. And the pitcher delivers. And he drops a 2-6 from the right side. And that's a perfect tailor-made double play. Ground ball is short, picked up by Concepcion. He throws it to Morgan. Morgan over to Perez, double play. And that'll drive in a run. No RBI. And we go 6-4-3. And he's cut down at second on a 6-4. And there's 2 outs. So 2 down. Indians score a run. Here comes Greg Nettles batting from the left side. Greg Nettles, the year of 72, he batted .253, 17 homers, 70 RBIs. Nolan looks in, gets assigned by a bench. And that'll be a 1-7 from the right side. 1-7 is a ground ball to the right side, picked up by Perez. He'll take it himself, and that'll do it for the Cleveland Indians here in the top half first inning. 1 run on 2 hits. There were no men left on, and we played a half inning. Indians 1, Reds coming to bat. Okay, for the Cincinnati Reds, and Sparky Anderson will send out his lineup. Pete Rose will lead it off. He'll be in left field. Joe Morgan at bat second. He'll be at second base. Bobby Tolan batting third. He'll be in center. Johnny Bench will be behind the plate, batting fourth. Tony Perez batting fifth at first. Dennis Menke will bat sixth. He'll be at third. George Foster will bat seventh in right field. Concepcion eighth at shortstop. And Gary Nolan will bat ninth. Okay, so here we go. Bottom of the first inning. G.PERRY. Now, wait a minute. Sparky Anderson's coming out. And he's going to the home plate umpire. And he wants him to check G.PERRY. And we're going to have some commotion here. So Sparky goes back to the dugout. The 4 umpires are getting together. Now they're marching out to the mound. And here comes manager Bob Astromonte. And now we're going to have an argument. Astromonte's getting a little hot. And they're checking Gaylord out. And they see no infractions. So we're ready to get going. And now Bob Astromonte says something to Sparky Anderson across the field. And the home plate umpire is trying to settle things down here. Pete Rose is standing. He's a switch hitter. He'll bat from the left side. Rose batted .307, 6 homers and 57 RBIs. And here comes Gaylord's pitch. And it's going to be, he drops a 2-8 on him from the right side. Ground ball to the right side. Leon picks it up. He fires to first. And there's 1 down. Joe Morgan, stand in. Joe's a left-handed batter. Batted .292 the year 1972. 16 homers, 73 RBIs. And the pitch by Perry, he drops a 1-8 on him from the right side, and that's going to be ball 4. And Joe Morgan with double A stealing. He's a 1-18. And you know what's going to happen here. Sparky will put him in motion with 1 out. Bobby Tolan to step in. He's a left-handed batter. Tolan batted .283, 8 homers, and 82 RBIs. And let's see, Morgan, he is an 18 from a 2 through 5, an 11 and 12. no backslash number. So here we go. I'm going to see if he can get the jump. And it's a 3, and he gets the jump. And it's going to be an 18 plus -1 from Gaylord, -3 from Fossey, and that's going to be a 6 all toll. 1 to 12. Does Tolan get the base? Does he swipe it? Here comes the indicator. It's a 14, and he is gunned down at second base. 6, let me just check that. 12, 14, yep, he's down, and that's it. Caught stealing. 2 away. So 2 down, excuse me. 2 down, Tolan still at the plate. Perry looks in, gets the sign. Tolan, I think I said 283. Yeah, 8 homers, 82 RBIs. And Perry delivers a 6-6 from the left side, and that's trouble. 1 to 2, it's a triple. It's an 8. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Nicely cut off by Johnson, and he holds Bobby Tolan with 1 to 17 speed at first base. That's the first hit for the Reds. 2 down. And here comes Big Bobby. Here comes Big Johnny Bench. 1972, he batted 270, 40 homers, 125 RBIs. Perry looks in, gets a sign by Fossey, and he'll deliver to Bench. And he goes 2-9 on the drop from the right side, and that is going to be a swing and a miss, and Bench strikes out. Perry gets him. First strikeout for Perry, first strikeout in the game. We played 1 here in Cincinnati. It is the Reds 0 and Cleveland 1. Go to the top of the second inning. And for Cleveland, it'll be Chambliss, Fossey, and Bell. Chambliss, left-hand batter. Batted 292 in the year 1972. 6 homers, 44 RBIs. And pitch. Excuse me. I just got back from dinner a little while ago, and don't want a loud burp. Anyway, Perry drops a, no, it's not Perry, I gotta switch the card. Nolan drops a 3-6 on him from the right side. That's a solid base hit for Chris Chambliss. And the Indians have their 3rd hit of the game. Chambliss not a great base stealer. I don't think he's going on to 13. Ray Fossey is the batter, and we're going to use the hit and run again. Okay, Ray Fossey, he got signed by Bob Estromonte, and he's going to hit and run here. Fossey is a B, and they're not holding Chambliss on, so he'll stay at a B. We'll roll the 20 with the hit and run play in case of anything. It's a 7. We'll remove it, so that goes 2-7 on the hit and run side, and that's a BMP, so he did miss the pitch, and now with Chambliss on the run, he is a 1 to 13 on a 6. So let me figure this out now. I gotta see if he gets the jump, and that'll be on a 6. and it's a 5. He doesn't get the jump, so he marches down to a 4. So he's going to be picked off on a hit and run, swing and a miss. He didn't get it. It's a 10. He got caught stealing. A failed hit and run, and that'll be 1 out here in the second inning. Ray Fossey still at the plate. Nolan. Looks in, and he drops a 4-7 on him from the right side. 4-7 is about a solid base hit into center field. And Gary Nolan is not sharp at all. That's his 4th base hit. He has given up to the Indians. 1 out here in the second inning. Buddy Bell will stand in. And Ray Fossey is a 17 on a 3. They're going to hold him. So, all right, let's see if he gets it. Why not? And he's not going to get it. It's a 4. So we'll take care of that. Here comes Buddy Bell. In the year of 1972, he batted .255, 9 homers, 36 RBIs. And the pitch. And he drops a 1-9 on him. 1-9 is ground ball to shortstop. Picked up by Concepcion. He fires to Morgan for 1 and not in time to get Bell. So it's going to be a fielder's choice. And it's a 6-4 here. And there's 2 down. So here comes Duffy. Frank Duffy. Batted .239, 3 homers, 27 RBIs. Nolan looks in, gets a sign by bench, and it goes 6-6, and that's going to be we're going to hold this up right now on a 6-6 because we have a balk. No balk on Nolan, so we'll go with it. It's a 6-6. From the right side, popped up in the infield. Concepcion on the edge of the outfield grass grabs the ball, and that'll do it. It's a 6 on a pop out, and that'll take care of the inning here in the top of the second inning for the Indians. No runs. They do get 2 hits. They leave a man on, and we played 1.5. Indians lead it 1-0. 2 more hits. Go to the bottom of the second inning, and Tony Perez will lead it off for the Cincinnati Reds. Tony Perez in 1972, he batted .283. With that .283, he hit 21 homers and 90 RBIs. You're watching the Saturday night at the ballpark here in Cincinnati. The 72 Cincinnati Reds against the 72 Cleveland Indians. This is the under 2 ERA series. Perry looks in. Gets a sign by Fossey, and he drops a 5-4 on him from the right side. That's going to be our first X play of the game. 5-4 is a ground ball for third base. Nettles is at .322, so he has to clear in the range of 1 through 4. We'll check out the other numbers. And it's an 8, so he gets that done. Checking for errors. There is no errors, so it's a ground ball to third. Nettles picks it up. Fires across the diamond to Chambliss for the first out, 1 down. 1 away. Dennis Smecki will step in the year 1972. He batted .283, 9 homers, 50 RBIs. Now tip. And the pitch by Perry. And it's a 5-8 from the right side. 5-8 is another X play to second base. So Leon is a 2 through 6. He has the range of 1 to 2, and that's a 10, so he gets that done. And his add-up numbers are a 5, so it's a rare play. So there was no men on, but I'll just check it anyway, just for. Let's see, second base, he is 2-6, 6 on a 5. Wait a minute, what do you get, 10? All right, on a 2, 10, 2, G1, so we're gonna play G1. If there's a runner on, no, there's no runner on. With no runners on first, the ball down there. Runners holds, his base is empty, batter, and he's out. So that'll take care of Menke. Who was the second base? Yeah. Okay, so 2 down. And here comes George Forster, right-hand batter. He batted 200 in the year 1972. 2 homers and 12 RBIs. Gaylord looks in and gets a sign, and he gets a 111 on him, and that's going to be a base hit into left field for George Forster. You know, that doesn't have much on his right-hand card. Of the year 1972, he only had 145 at-bats. He's a 13 on a jump with 2 outs with Dave Concepcion up. Concepcion batted 209, 2 homers, and it looks like I wrote 29 RBIs, but sloppy handwriting tonight. And the pitch by Perry. And he drops a 6-8 on him, but now we have a wild pitch, pass ball. Right there, so I'm sorry, yeah, balk, pass ball. So the dice indicates catcher, so it's going to go pass ball 4 on Forsey. So 1 through 4, let's see if this is a pass ball. And it is, it's a pass ball, and Forster will get down to second base on a pass ball. And we'll redo all the dice again. Concepcion batting from the right side. A runner on second base, 2 outs. Forster on second, and Perry's pitch. And that's going to be a 5-8 from the right side, and that's going to be another X play to second base. Leon, 2 through 6, so he has to clear 1 to 2. And he does, and his add-up numbers are 10, and he clears that, and that's going to do it for the Cincinnati Reds here in the second inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 man left on. We play 2 here in Cincinnati. It's the Cleveland Indians 1, and the Cincinnati Reds nothing. We go to the top of the 3rd inning, and let me check the chat. I don't think nobody's in the room. 2 watching. All right. That has to be 1 is me. I don't know. Anyway, we go to the top of the 3rd inning. Perry will lead it off. Perry is a right-hand batter. He's a weak right-hand batter. And let's go. Let's see what Gary Nolan could do with him. The year of 1972, he batted 155, 1 homer, and 9 RBIs. It's 1-0 Cleveland. And he drops a 4-6 on him. 4-6 from the right side, and he slashes it down the line, 1-14. It's going to be a double. Gaylord Perry rounds first. He's headed for second base, and Sparky Anderson is just shaking his head right now. And it is a double, leadoff double for the Cleveland Indians and Gaylord Perry. Big double right there for Perry. Let's see what Bob Astromonte wants to do. We're running on second base. Dale Unser batting from the left side. He singled and he scored in the first inning. Nobody out, and they're not going to hold Perry on. So his hit and run will be a C. And he's a left-hand batter, so they're going to let him swing away. Astromonte is going to let him swing away. And Nolan drops a 3-7 on him. And the 3-7 is a split 1-5 single, 17. Lined out to second base. Morgan right on the spot for the first out of the inning here in the third. One down. One away, and here comes Eddie Leon. Eddie singled himself. He is 1 for 1, right-hand batter. And the pitch from Nolan. And he drops a 1-6 on him, and that's going to be a base hit into left field. And that's solid, so let's see. Runner on second. First and third, loaded, second. Okay, runner on second, A. Runner speed, so who is it? Perry, he's a 1-10. So that's an issue right there. Plus the B, if 2 outs, and there isn't. So... and a D. So if runner was held, subtract 1. If runner was not held, add 1. So he's a 1-11. What is the third base coach gonna do? And it's hit to left field, and Rose is a -1. So it is now a 10. 50-50 chance to score him, and I am aggressive, and the third base coach is waving him around. Perry hits third. He's coming home. Pete Rose picks up the ball. He's firing at the bench at the plate. 1-10, he's safe. And it's a 5, and he's safe, and he gets in there. And the trail runner goes A, runner speed. And he's a 15, so he's going to -5 plus the C. Nope. Subtract 2 more, so that's a 7, so he ain't going nowhere. And the Indians now lead at 2-0. Perry doubles, and he helps himself out. He comes in to score. Mr. Batter number 2, and he is the second baseman. And the Indians lead at 2-0 with 1 out here in the top of the third inning. Here comes Alex Johnson. Alex Johnson grounded into double play his first time up. Nolan not sharp at all. He's given up 2 hits in each of the innings. He only has 1 out here right now. And he looks into bench. Warm-ups are starting to go in the Cincinnati Red bullpen. Sparky Anderson is not going to wait long with this. And that's a wild pitch roll. And there isn't a wild pitch is a 6, yes indeed. So 1 through 6, see if we have a wild pitch here. And it's a 15, and we don't. And we'll use it. And that's a 6-9. We're going to play that. 6-9 from the right side, and that's a ground ball to short. And Johnson, Alex Johnson might have another ground ball double play, but we'll see. All right, so he's a 3 through 26. He has to clear 1 through 4 on the 20, and he does that, so he gets it. And the add-ups are a 12. So, and that's a booted. It's booted. Concepcion picked up his head. He was going for the double play, and he boots the ball for an error. And the Cincinnati Reds of 72 are falling apart here. E6. And he'll go to 3. E6. So the inning will continue. A double play routine ball was bobbled and a costly error by Concepcion. Now here comes Greg Nettles batting from the left side. He grounded out to first his last time up. Indians are threatening. They lead 2-0 here in the third inning. They got 2 runners on. They have Leon on second and Johnson on at first. And the pitch by Nolan is a drop of 1-7 from the right side. Ooh, in between a home run, a split chance home run double, and a split chance single. He hits a ground ball to first. Ooh, this is gonna be a good one. Infield back, first and second, and about hits a ground ball out, double play, and that'll do it. Ground ball, Nettles hits a ground ball to first, picked up by Perez. He goes to Concepcion, back to Perez, so it's a 3-6-3 double play. 3-6-3. Ah, shit. Comes Mr. Whiteout. All right. We go 3-6-3. Double play. Alex Johnson gets the 3-6 in his box. And that'll take care of that. But the Indians do get a run. Here in the third. They get a pair of hits, 1 error. And 1 man left on. We play 2.5 here in Cincinnati. It's the Indians 2 and the Reds nothing. And we'll go to the bottom of the third in just 1 second. 2-1. I was talking to somebody. Oh, Frankie S. Yeah, I got a game that he requested. Frankie S. That comes into the chat, into the rooms. He'll go Jeffrey Guterman, spokesman Steve, and I was in the chat, and he asked me to do a 96 New York Mets against the San Francisco Giants. I'll play that tomorrow on Sunday night at the ballpark. So you're done. And the Reds are up. And it's going to be Gary Nolan. Here in the bottom of the third inning, Gary Nolan. Perry on the bump, not Nolan. So get in there. Okay, here comes Nolan. He batted 117 in the year 1972. No homers, 2 RBIs. He is a right-hand batter, I believe, and he is batting from the right side. Perry's pitch, and he drops a 6-9 on him from the right side. 6-9's the next play, the shortstop, and it's going to be Duffy. He's at 318, so he has to clear a 1-4 on the range, and he does, and that's a 3. So we got 6-8. Duffy doesn't have an 8, and that's going to be a ground ball to short, picked up by Duffy. He fires to Chambliss. And that's the first out here in the bottom of the third inning. So 1 away, and we spring up to the top of the lineup, and Pete Rose is 0 for 1. He grounded out to second base his first time up. Pete's a switch hitter. He's batting from the left side. 2-0 Indians. You're watching Saturday night at the ballpark here in Cincinnati. And that's a 4. Missed the tower. And that's going to be a 4-3 from the left side. And it's going to be ballpark. And ballpark for the lefties, it's a 6, and that's a 12. So he lines it out to second base. And they're out 2 down. Here comes Morgan. Morgan walked and was caught stealing on an 18. But The Cleveland Indians have a -6 all the way down the chart. And Morgan batting from the left side. And that is going to be a 5-5 from the left side. And Morgan might have got a piece. He might have got a good piece on Perry from the left side. From the left side, 5-5. 1-4 is a home run. A double the rest of the way. It's a 17. He does have the power, so it is a double, a 2-out double for Joe Morgan. So maybe that'll get the Reds started with 2 outs, maybe. So Morgan's on second. And Joe Morgan will be held on. So Bobby Tolan will step in. Bobby singled his last time up. And runner on second with 2 outs. Gaylord Perry, that's his 3rd hit of the game. And here comes Perry's pitch. That's a foul tip. Perry's pitch to Tolan, and it goes 2-3 from the right side. 2-3 is an upward triangle. And 2-3 upward triangle. 1-15 is a single, and that's a 12, and it's going to drop in into right center field, picked up by the center fielder Unser, and he fires it back in. And there's runners on first and third now. And the Reds got things moving a little bit with Morgan and Tolan. And that'll bring up Johnny Bench. Johnny Bench struck out swinging his first time up. 2 down. Perry's starting to get a little wrapped up a little bit. And Johnny Bench would love to hit that 1 column. It's a beautiful 1-6 right there. That's a foul tip off Johnny Bench's bat. And here comes the pitch to Johnny Bench. And he got it. 1-5. Diamond shot. Johnny Bench, did he put a 3-run homer over the wall? He is a right-hand batter. 1-4. It's a 15. He didn't get all of it. Check the replay, and it's lifted to right field. And the right field, Buddy Bell, is there at the track, at the wall, and it comes right into his glove for the out. And that will be the 3rd out. A diamond shot that just nearly missed. So for the Reds, no runs on 2 hits. They leave 2, and we play 3. And it's the Cleveland Indians 2. And Cincinnati Reds, nothing. I made a mistake on my card. And here comes Mr. Whiteout. Mr. Red, 1. Alright, no runs there. 2 hits. And we'll head to the 4th inning. And the Reds gotta snap out of it soon. We're going to the 4th inning now. 4th inning, we'll bring up Chris Chambliss, Fossey, and Bell. And Chris is a left-hand bat. Chris singled his first time up. And pitch. And he drops a 6-10 on him from the left side. And that's going to be the next play to short. And that's going to be Concepcion. He's at 326. He has to clear 1-4 on the 20. And he does. And the add-ups are a 9. And there's no 9 there that time. And that's going to be his ground ball is Concepcion at short. He fires to Perez at first. And there's 1 away. Ray Fossey steps in. Right-hand batter. He singled his first time up on a hit and run play. Ray Fossey waiting for the pitch by Nolen. Nolen, the year 1972, I don't know if I called it out, he was 15-5 with a 1.99, so he just made this tournament by a fraction of a point. And here comes the pitch. And that's going to be a 3-11. No men on base on that one. So 3-11 from the right side. And that's going to be a ground ball to the right side. Picked up by Perez. He fires to Nolen for the second out. Score of the 3-1 in your scorecard if you're keeping score. 2 away. And Buddy Bell will stand in. He reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. He's 0-1. Gary Nolen looks in. And that's going to be 5-9 from the right side. And that's chopped down to third base. Menke picks it up on a hop. Fires to Perez. And that's the first 1-2-3 inning for Gary Nolen here in the 4th inning. No runs. No hits, there were no errors, no men left on. We played 3.5, the Indians 2, and the Cincinnati Reds nothing. We'll be going to the bottom of the 4th in just 1 second. That's 2 cards. All right. Bottom of the 4th. We got Perry on the bump. Tony Perez will lead it off here for the Cincinnati Reds, followed by Menke and Foster. And Tony back from the right side. He grounded out his first time up. Yo, hey, what's going on, Levi? Top of the bottom of the 4th inning, Tony Perez is stand in, and Perry looks in, gets a sign by Fosse, and he delivers a 5-5 from the right side, and that's going to be a called strike 3, and Perez goes down on strikes, and I believe that's the second strikeout for Perry. 1 away, and here comes Dennis Menke. Menke is 0-1, grounded out to second bases. Well, thank you, Eli. Hi, Frank. How you doing, buddy? And here comes Menke. Menke grounded out. I had trouble getting on YouTube with the horizontal move on the camera, and I had to delete a couple of things, and I had to go back on. And I think I screwed up everything by doing that, but I'm on. And we have a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Cleveland Indians against the Cincinnati Reds. Menke's the bat. He's 0-1. He grounded out to second base the first time up. Perry drops a 5-8 on him from the right side. That 5-8 is going to result into an X play at second base. Leon is at 2-6. He has to clear a 1 and a 2 on the 20, and he doesn't. It gets by, and a base hit into right field. And Menke's on for the Cincinnati Reds. That's a 2, and let's see, I gotta add up 7, 8. 8, and no error there. So there's a runner on with 1 out. And this will bring up George Foster. He's a right-hand batter. Foster reached on a base hit his first time up. Yeah, Frank, yeah, they were a pretty good team. I think we discussed this the other day, that Gaylord Perry's going to have to control this game and get most of the dice rolls on his card. And for the most part, they've been handling Gary Nolen pretty well. I think they got around 6 hits already and win the 4th inning. Gary Nolen just had a 1-2-3 inning. But other than that, it's 2-0 Cleveland Indians. And Foster, that's a foul tip. Foster's at the plate. Perry looks in, delivers. Thank God I threw those dice down. My arm was killing me. 5-9 from the right side, and that 5-9 is going to be a called strike 3, and Foster gets caught looking. And Perry picks up his 3rd strikeout, a pair in this inning alone. 2 away, and here comes Concepcion. Concepcion is 0-1. Batting from the right side. Menke on first base. Menke doesn't have steal basing ability. in 1972, and Perry drops a 1-3 on Concepcion, and that's ground ball to the right side. Chambliss will pick it up. He fires to Perry, and that'll end the inning. Mark it a 3-1 in your scorecard in case you're scoring. We played 4 here in Cincinnati. It is the Cleveland Indians 2 and the Cincinnati Reds nothing. We're heading to the 5th inning. And we'll do that in a second. I have the same dice tower. Yeah. That's where I got it, Frank. That's where I got it. It's a pretty good dice tower too. I love it. No runs. We'll go to the 5th inning. 5th inning, and Frank Duffy will lead it off here in the top of the 5th inning. Duffy's 0 for 1. Nolan looks in. He's looking for another sweet 1-2-3 inning if we can get it. He trails 2-0, and he drops a 3-10 on Duffy. And that's going to be a swing and a miss by Duffy, and he picks up a strikeout. So that's a swing and a miss. And I believe that's Nolan's first, and it is. First strikeout. My timers are going down. All right, 1 down, and that'll bring up Perry. Perry doubled and scored his first time up. He sliced the double down the left field line. A right-hand batter. 1 away. Nolan looks in and delivers the pitch, and that's going to be a 2-5 from the right side, and that's a split chance. 1-6 base hit, and he gets it. Another hit for Gaylord Perry, his second of the game. He is 2 for 2 in this game, and that's a 7th hit given up by Nolan in the 5th inning. And the bullpen is starting to get active again for Sparky Anderson. A 1 out. They're not going to hold Perry on. Dale Unser is 1 for 2. He bats from the left side. 2-0 Indians here in the top of the 5th inning. A great night for a baseball game here in Cincinnati. And the pitch to Unser. Nolan drops a 2-8 on him, and that's going to be, in between a pair of hits. But that's a 1B to first base, picked up by Perez. He goes to Concepcion for the first out, back to Perez, not in time, and that'll be a fielder's choice. And Perry's out, 3-6. And I gotta put the room lights on because my timer lamps went off. I had steamed broccoli and rice tonight. Oh, that's not good. This diet sucks. I love some of your pizza. Gaylord Perry helped himself big. Yeah. I know it's gonna be tough, Frank. I understand that diet and everything else, but just go for strong walks every day. Half hour. That's all you got to do, and you could splurge a little bit, eat something that you really love, and then bounce off of it. Like Sundays, I would have a snack that I liked. All week I gave it up, and then Sunday, we would have ice cream or something like that. But Monday morning when you wake up, first thing, have your juice, coffee, whatever, and just go for a strong walk. And even after dinner, it's a good idea to just go for another walk for 15-20 minutes after that too. I'm glad you're taking care of yourself, buddy. Okay, so let me see. I got 2 outs, and Eddie Leon is the batter. We're running on first. Leon is 2 for 2 himself. He's a right-hand batter, runner on first, and that will be Dale Unser. And the pitch by Nolan. And that's going to be a 4-10 on the right side. And that 4-10 is a ballpark. Ballpark singles for a right-hand batter is a 3, and that's a 19. So the right-hand batter lines out to short. And that'll do it for the Cleveland Indians here in the 5th inning. They do not score. They do leave a man on. They do get a hit. And we played 4.5 here in Cincinnati. Cleveland still leads it 2-0. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th inning in just 1 minute. Keep it at 2. Can't give up any more runs. I know. I know that. But it looks like the rolls to the Cincinnati Reds die. Their bats are a little sluggish tonight so far. Just so far. No runs. Okay, we go to the bottom of the 5th inning, and Nolan will lead it off for these Cincinnati Reds. Cincinnati Reddies. G.PERRY looks in, and Nolan is 0 for 1. And let's see what the Reds could do here in the bottom of the 5th inning. They trail 2-0 here in Cincinnati, here at the Saturday night at the ballpark. And that's going to be a 4-9, and Nolan's a righty, so it's a 4-9, and he draws a walk. So that's a good start for the Cincinnati Reds here in bottom of the 5th inning. Leadoff walk, and Pete Rose is going to be the batter. So his running speed is 1 to 10. No. No, Steve's and Hill. Forget about that. Okay, missing the dice. So Pete Rose is 0 for 2. And Sparky Anderson's going to rely on Pete to slap the base hit somewhere. Perry looks in, gets a sign. Now Pete Rose steps out of the box, and he's asking the umpire to check the ball. And here we go. This is the second time the Reds have done this. Sparky Anderson had the umpiring crew go out to the mound to check Perry for any suspicious material on him. He was cleared, and he's still in the game. And Pete Rose bounces back into the batter's box. And here comes the pitch. And that's going to be a 5-9 from the left side. 5-9, and it's a ground ball to second base, picked up by Leon to Duffy to Chambliss, and that'll do it. That's a 4. Let me see, 5-9. Lefty, yep. 4-6 to 3. So Rose grounds into a double play. It's a 4-6, two away. So that ends the walk thing, and here comes Joe Morgan. He doubled his last time up. He is 1 for 1. Here when Perry looks in, there's 4 apples in that tower. Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's a, I believe it's, I don't know if it's a foot. I don't think it's a foot. I think it's 10-inch. Might be 10-inch. I might be wrong. Well, hold on a second. Yeah, it's like 9.5 inches tall. Here comes the pitch by Morgan. And Perry drops a 2-8 on him from the right side, and that's going to be ball 4 for a walk. So Perry has walked a pair in this inning. And Perry can go 9 strong. That is his 3rd walk of the game. There's 2 outs, and Joe Morgan will not hesitate to steal a base, and that's what Sparky does. He gives him the green light. He's going off on a 2 through 5, 11 and a 12. He was caught stealing in the 1st inning, but let's see if he can get to jump first. Oh, shit. And it's an 11, and he gets it. He gets the jump on the 11. So that's an 18 minus 6 is a 12. 1 to 12. Here we go. For Morgan. And it's an 8, and it gets the base. He swipes it, slides in there safely. And Morgan, this time, gets the stolen base. So he's in scoring position, and that's what the Reds, Cincinnati Reds need. Bobby Tolan's 2 for 2, so he set it up for Bobby here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th inning. Tolan batting from the left side. Here comes the pitch by Gaylord. And that's going to be 2-7 from the right side, and that's tapped right back to the mound. Perry stabs at it, throws to first base, and that's going to do it. 1-3. And the Reds are done here in the 5th inning. No runs, no hits. There were 1 man left on, and we played 5. We'll head to the 6th. Indians lead it 2-0. Here in Cincinnati. Yeah, you got to get them to you got to get them into scoring position, Frank. That's the name of the game. Get into scoring position. Let's see. And I can't believe they're being shut out at this moment, but it is what it is. We go to the top of the 6th inning, and Alex Johnson will stand in for the Indians. Alex Johnson reached on an error his first time up. Yep, you're right. Yep, he is a beast, that's for sure. Anyway, Nolen walks in, and he's going to get the sign by bench. And Nolen drops a 3-6 on the right side, and that's going to be a hit into left field for a base hit. So Alex Johnson starts off the 6th inning with a leadoff single, and he's a 2, 3, 6, and a 12, 8 and 9 on the backslash on a 15, and that's benches -4, -2. That's a 6, so that's a 9. So it's going to be tough to steal a base for Cleveland Indians for their base stealers. Greg Nettles is a great hit and run man, and they're going to hold him on. So Greg gets to an A. So we're going to go with the hit and run here. And Greg has to put it into play, or Alex is going to have a tough time swiping the bag if it gets hung up. So here comes the pitch. Alex is going on the pitch, and here we go. The hit and run is on, and we'll remove the 13 in case of a wild pitch pass ball, and that wasn't the case. It's a 3. A is a 7, and exactly it's a BMP. So Alex Johnson is held out to dry. So we got to see. What did they say? 6 and 1 to 9. So let's see if we can get the jump here. I don't think I have to throw that. And it's an 8. And ooh, it's on the back number. The slash. So what is that? He's automatically caught stealing anyway. So he's done. Caught stealing. 1 away. It was a bad omen all the way around, so Bob Astromonte, the manager of the Cleveland Indians, put it into motion. I gotta write that down, hit run. And Nettles, who was 0 for 2, grounded into the double plays last time up. And I guess Bob Astromonte didn't want to do that again. 2-6 from the right side, and that's grounded out to third base, and Perez scoops it up. He'll take it himself, and that's going to be the 2nd out. 2 down. Here comes Chris Chambliss. Nettles and Chambliss will be Yankees in the near future. But right now they're Indians, and Chambliss grounded out his last time up. What's dealing? Yeah. Yeah, I know. And here comes the pitch, and that's a 5-9 from the left side, and that's chopped down to Perez again. He flips to Nolen, and that'll take care of that. It's a 3-1. And that's it for the Indians here in the 6th inning. No runs, 1 hit. There were no men left on. We played 5.5. If the score is still 2-0 Cleveland Indians, we'll go to the bottom of the 6th in just 1 second. Moving along. All right. Johnny Bench will lead it off. Johnny hit a diamond shot his last time up, but just got underneath it. But he's 0 for 2 in the game. And he's looking for that 1 column again. Gaylord Perry looks in, that'll count, subject to change. And it doesn't. And it stays 5-12 from the right side. 5-12. Next play to first base, that's going to be Chambliss. He's a 3-11. So a 1-4 on the range. And it's a 13, he grabs it, and now we're going to check for the error, and that's a 6, and Chris Chambliss boots it for an error. It's going to be an E3. And Johnny Bench is on first base with nobody out. Again, the Reds get a lead-off base runner. Johnny Bench is a 13 or 6, and you're not going to try that. Tony Perez, are they going to hold Bench? And then he gets the 13, then the -6, it's a 5. They're not going to hold him. And Tony Perez will stay at a C, hit and run. Lucky break, yeah? Come on. Come on, Johnny, baby. Come on, Johnny. Anyway, Tony Perez is going to swing this bat. Would love to have the 3 column at this moment. And here comes the pitch by Perry. And that's 1-7 from the right side, and that's going to be a ground ball to second base. Leon picks it up, fires to Duffy for 1 over to Chambliss for a 4-6-3 double play. 4-6-3. And that's going to be a 4-6. And there are 2 outs. How many double plays did they ground into? 1, 2. No, 1. Yeah, 1. Well, that's 2 away. Anyway, regardless, it's still a double play. Here comes Dennis Menke. He singled his last time up. Menke with 2 outs here in the 6th inning. 2-0 Cleveland Indians, and that drills to 5-6 from the right side. 5-6, and that's a called strike 3. And Menke is down on strikes. And Perry picks up strikeout number 4. We played 6 here in Cincinnati, and the score is Cleveland Indians 2 and the Cincinnati Reds nothing. You're watching the Saturday night at the ballpark. 1972 Cleveland Indians against the 1972 Cincinnati Reds. And that'll take care of that. Boom, boom. Top of the 7th we go. And just can't hit crap tonight. Perry is dealing. Yep, you're right. He is, Frankie boy. He is. All right, for the Cleveland Indians, it's going to be Ray Fosse. Excuse me. Anyway, Fosse grounded out to first base his last time up. 7th inning we go. Nolen looks in and gets a sign, and Bench. Nolen delivers a 6-3 from the right side. And that's going to be lifted on an X play to left field. And that's going to be Rose. He's a 1, so we're not going to have to worry about that. Just got to watch his errors. And, ooh, that's a, ooh, God. Oh, God. Did he error that ball? 11-15. And he makes the play. Pete Rose makes a fine catch for the first out. Was close to an error, that's for sure. And here comes Buddy Bell, right-hand batter. He grounded out to third his last time up. 9, Frank. And here comes Buddy. Looking for that 3 column, Buddy. And he doesn't get it. He gets the 1-5 on the right side, and it's tapped right back to Nolan at the mound. He scoops it, fires it, and that's 2 away. And here comes Frank Duffy. Duffy struck out swinging his last time up. He's 0 for 2 in the game. That's a foul tip. Nolan looks in, bench gives him the sign, and he delivers, and he drops a 5-10 on him from the right side. 5-10's a ground ball to the left side, picked up by Concepcion in the hole. Comes up, fires it to Perez, and that is it. It's a 6-3 to end the inning. And Nolan's endurance is 7, so he is pretty good for a couple of more innings at least. And we played 6.5, 7th inning stretch time we are. And the score is Cleveland still leads it 2-0. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Nobody played harder than Rose. Nope. He was one of my favorite ball players to watch, even though he lifted Buddy Harrelson up and threw him on the ground like a paperweight. And but you know what? It's the intensity of the game at that time in 1973, and things like that happen. Buddy had no problem with it. But anyway. We used to get on him a lot, but I liked him. I always did like him, you know. Charlie Hustle was Charlie Hustle. He played dirty. He liked to get his uniform filthy, and I love ball players like that. Bottom of the 7th we go. Perry's on the mound, and George Foster is going to get a bat here and see what he can do. It's a young George Foster. He is 1 for 2 in the game. He struck out his last time up. Gaylord Perry looks in. Rossi gives him the sign. 2-0 Indians here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And that's going to be a 1-8 from the right side, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. And Foster strikes out for the 2nd time, for 5th strikeout from Perry. And there's 1 down. And here comes Dave Concepcion. So now warm-ups are going on in the Cincinnati Red bullpen. Let's see what Sparky Anderson wants to do here. And Concepcion is 0 for 2. That was on Fossey in the All-Star game. Was one of the hardest. Yeah, I remember watching that game too. Yes, he would, all the time. That's what Charlie Hustle did. He ran to first all the time, no matter what it was. Concepcion, 1 out, and Perry's pitch is a 2-11 from the right side. And that is a check swing. The ball is tapped right back to the mound. Perry will pick it up nice and easy, throws to first base, and that's the 2nd out. So 2 away. And it's only a 2-0 game, and Nolan has settled down. No runners on base, so we're going to keep him in. That hit on Fossey, and yeah, it was the hardest set. Yep, it was a tough hit. But Ray Fossey said, I had no problem with it. It's part of the game. And they should go back to it anyway. I mean, not to kill the catcher, but, you know, that that Buster Posey rule. He's out of baseball now, so let's bring baseball back the way it used to be. And all the antics that are going on in the boat, in the dugouts, with a base hit, this and that, all kinds of signs. Just let them stop. They're trying to act like football, the NFL, and you're not the NFL. All right, totally different game. Okay, so I can't stand what they're doing today. I really can't. All right, Nolan step in, gets the bat, batting from the right side. Perry looks in, tells me to shut up, and pitch. 6-7, and that's from the right side. 6-7 is a ground ball at third base. Picked up by Nettles. He throws across the diamond to Chambliss. And that'll do it here in the 7th inning. We'll go to the 8th. It's still 2-0 Cleveland Indians. I hope nothing's going on in my town. My lights are flickering. All right. We go to the 8th here in Cincinnati, 2-0 Cleveland, and G.PERRY will lead it off for his Cleveland Indians. And he's like a leadoff hitter tonight, for sure. He's 2 for 2. Hit a double in the 3rd and scored. Hit a single in the 5th. And he was cut down at second base on a fielder's choice. So here he is again. And the pitch by Nolen is a 2-10 from the right side, and that's going to be a swing and a miss by Perry, and he strikes him out. And that's is strikeout number 2 for Nolen. 1 away. Dale wants to step in. Dale is 1 for 3 in the ball game. Reached on a fielder's choice his last time up. Nolen, and he delivers a 3-9 from the right side, and that's going to be ground ball to the right side. Morgan moves over towards his left, gloves it, fires it to Perez, and that's a 2nd out here in the 8th inning. 2 away. And this will bring up Eddie Leon, and he is 2 for 3 in the game. He lined out his last time up, and he goes 3-4 from the right side. 3-4 is a swing and a miss, and he strikes out. And Nolen picks up a pair of strikeouts here in the 8th inning for his 3rd. We played 7.5 innings. And the score remains 2-0 Cleveland in. What do you mean, Frank? $83. Which new cards are you talking about? You talking about the 23 season? $83? Just the cards or the game? You want the whole game? Yeah, but was it $83 for the game set, all the pieces and everything, or just the cards? Don't tell me they raised their prices and it's just the cards. You gotta be kidding me. Hold on. Come on, computer. No, just the cards are $83. Really? Well, I'll be honest with you, Frank. I come out. I retired from the printing industry. I worked for a newspaper in New York City for 45 years. 14 is shipping. Yeah, yeah. You know what? I think their shipping prices. I think they're adding their own money into it also. And I can't believe the shipping is $14. Hold on a second. Alright, I gotta close that off. I'm waiting for my computer to boot up. I had a trip. I don't know if you got any of the computer games, Frank. Inside Pitch, only 59 for 35 cards. Well, that's decent, you know. Let's see, Strat. Where do you live, Frank? I'm on a fixed income. Yeah, so am I. Too much. Too much for me. I have tons of seasons already, so it's okay. Uh, you have any computer games? Let me see. Oh, baseball. Hmm. Just the cards, you said, right? Oh, North Carolina. Okay. Yeah, I like the cards and dice, but what I do, my solitaire leagues, I got, what do you call this? Yeah, solitaire. And I used to put all my stats into Excel. It was just too time consuming, and to do that. So I started. For instance, I'll play a 2010, 11, 12 season, and I'll play the game, but I'll put the dice rolls into the computer game. This way, it accumulates my stats. This way, I don't have to do it. Baseball seasons, baseball cards by season. Yeah, I used to do that too. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I used to do that. Yeah. Would you say 64 or 63? It doesn't matter. They got both of them. Just for the cards, Frank? Uh, 70. That's 63. And you said 14. So that's $77. You said 87. Oh, 66. Let's see. $66. Computer's running slow. Your connection is not pro. What are you talking about? Let me reload. By the time you add in the tax and shipping, it's 83 and 14 sometimes for shipping is insane. Yeah, I know. I think they put their own zap on the shipping also. You know, I don't think I don't know. They listen. I could spend over $100. I could listen. I spend a lot of money with them. You know, I had such a headache with the what do you call it? The IT guy because my computer, my old computer, wouldn't open up for me. It was just showing a blue sign, this and that. So I wind up going to Best Buy and buying a new computer. And just dealing with that guy with the emails. If I tell you not, if I didn't write at least 50 to 60 emails to him, because this guy, you make a email to him with your complaint or what's happening, and all you get is copy and paste. And then on that copy and paste that he sends you back, you have to figure it out. There isn't step one, step two, put your code in and you got the game back. No, it's not like that. This guy's such a pain in the ass. Where's the other computer? Come on, what is going on tonight? Baseball, now she's acting up. Baseball card sets. 1966. I got $63 for the baseball card set, and if you include all the parts, it's $17. So that'll bring it to $80. And then the shipping, but 63, and then the 14 you said I think within 5 years parts won't be made. And you know what? I agree with you. They started that max thing, and I think that's the way they're going. Yeah, I agree 100%. They're looking to get. I think they're looking to get away with it. And, you know, do away with it and move on to the future. I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I know. I added up 14. Yep. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of money. The shipping is a lot of money. It's $14, and that's a lot of money. But I could, like I said, I could spend. I spend over $100 at times. You know, whatever I'm buying, and a lot of companies or whatever they would anything over $100 is free shipping. You know, but I don't know. They try to squeeze every penny out of you. I guess I don't know. Bottom of the 8th inning for the Cincinnati Reds. G.PERRY back on the bump, and we're gonna go to the top of the order with Pete Rose. No better man to have at the plate when you're trailing 2-0. And Perry looks in and gets a sign by Fossey. Rose asks for timeout. He doesn't get it, and Perry delivers, and he drops a 3-10 on him from the right side. 3-10's a solid base hit up the middle into center field. Unser picks it up. He fires it back into the infield, and the Reds have a leadoff single here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Pete Rose. Let's see what Sparky does here with Joe Morgan at the plate. I'm gonna hold him. So Morgan's gonna be an A. Morgan's 1 for 1 with a pair of walks. He has a strong column in the. He has a strong 2 column, and he has a 2-4. Can Rose steal? Yeah, he can. He's a 4 on the jump on a 17 -6. So that he'll be a 1 to 11. And Morgan's up. 2 columns very strong. The 1 column is all walks. And Sparky's gonna let him swing away. And let's see what Morgan could do here. And if he doesn't do anything, then we'll look at the steal again. So here comes the pitch by G.PERRY, and that's a foul tip by Morgan. And here comes the pitch. And that's 6-5 on the left side. 6-5 is lifted to left field. The left fielder, Johnson, moves over towards the line and he makes the catch. It's not what Sparky wanted to see. There's 1 down. Here comes Bobby Tolan, and now we're going to see if we can get the jump with Morgan. We need a 4 for Morgan. And here we go. And he doesn't get it. He gets a 5, just one too many. So Morgan, Tolan, is going to have to swing away here. $13 is my steal limit. Yeah, I know, too low. Yep. $13 on the jump, you're saying? Anyway, Morgan, Tolan's at the plate. And here comes the pitch. And that's going to be 4-7 from the left side. And it's split chance 1 to 9, a single. It's a 16. It's a ground ball to short, picked up by Duffy. He goes to Leon for 1, and not in time to get Tolan at first. So mark it a fielder's choice. Tolan is on. 6-4. And there's 2 outs. So 2 down, and here comes Big Johnny Bench. Bench is reached on an error. And it's 0 for 2 in the game. Actually, he's 0 for 3. And he needs that 1 column. That 1 column for the Reds will put them in a 2-2 game. Let's see. Perry looks in, gets the sign, and here comes the pitch. And he drops a 5-11 on him from the right side. 5-11 is lifted to right field. Back goes Bell. He's at the track, and he makes the catch. And that'll do it for the Cincinnati Reds here in the 8th inning. We'll go to the happy 9th. Reds, no runs, 1 hit. They do leave a man on. We played 8, and the Indians still lead it 2-0. G.PERRY working on a shutout. And we go to the 9th inning. 9th inning. All right, Nolan is a 7th inning, so what do you do? He's 7, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yep, you can get the 9th. And here comes Alex Johnson. Johnson's 1 for 3 in the game. He singled and was caught stealing his last time up. Perry's card is graveyard for yeah, I know. This game is like fucking. Here comes Alex Johnson. He singled his last time up and was caught stealing. Here comes Nolan's pitch, and that's 6-9 on the right side, and that's going to be an X play to Concepcion. That's short. He's a 326. He has to clear 1 through 4 on the 20, and he does, and he gets a 10. We're looking for a 10, no 10. Ground ball short, picked up by Concepcion. He fires to Perez. 6-3, first out of the ninth. One away, and here comes Greg Nettles. Nettles is 0 for 3. This game, yeah. Man, come on. Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Okay, picked up the dice. I think that happened 3 times tonight. That's a foul tip. Greg Nettles. Nolan looks in, gets a sign again from bench. And he drops a 1-4 on him from the right side, and that's a swing and a miss. And Nolan picks up a strikeout. That's number 4 for the night. 4, 2 down. And Nolan had a strong 7th, 8th, and 9th. That is 8 in a row now. And the 2 and the 6 will make it 10 in a row. 2 down, and here comes Chris Chambliss, 1 for 3 in the game. Yeah, so far, yep, it is. He was a little shaky in the beginning, Frank. He gave up 2 hits in the first, 2 in the second, 2 in the third. The first and the third innings, Cleveland took advantage of it and they scored. And that's how this game is right now. Nolan looks in, gets a sign. Here comes Chambliss' pitch, and that's going to be a 4-4 from the left side. X play to the catcher. That's going to be bench. So we just drop it, and that's a 6, no 6. So let's see what he has here. Because there's a play. I think it's a ground ball in front of the plate, maybe. Let's see, catcher. Bench is a 1. Oh, come on, man. Yeah. Bench is a 1. And it's a 20. Yeah, it's a ground ball, G1 in front of the plate. Picked up by bench. He fires to Perez at first base. Mark it a 2-3, and the inning is over. So we played 8.5. We go to the bottom of the ninth. Last licks for the Reds. And it will be, it's going to be Perez, Menke, and Foster here in the ninth inning. So that's out. You're out. Perry. Yeah. It's I ordered the heavier paper. They charge you for that too. They give you the free one, but it's like a light paper. And I ordered the Super Vast fielding charts that are a little more have a little more gauge to them as far as thickness. And then I laminated it just to finger through it. It's a lot easier. All right, let me take a sip of coffee. I like to see that. Is it a 9-inch tower? Yeah, actually, I still got the STRAT-O-MATIC boxes when they came into it, when they came with the game. And now I got so many seasons, Frank. I bought these boxes, hold on, to store my cards, and I'm starting to break them down. So I bought these boxes on Amazon for like $8. It's magnetic. And I put 2 seasons in here. and I marked them with these sticky. I don't know what they're called. Anyway, I know what's in the box, and they're pretty nice. I got them early in the week, so I gotta order a lot more of them. 10.5. Yeah, it could be 10.5. Did I measure that right? Yeah, this one is just shy. This is like 9 3/4 tall. Actually, no. No, they don't play it. I mean, they just don't. I try to teach them, and it's all about the computer. You know, he'll sit in his room and play NHL hockey, and there'll be baseball, nothing to do with this. And I says, you know, you got two choices. Either you play with it when I go, or sell them when I go. Yeah, I'd like to see that. And does he display it online? Mine don't play Strat either. I'm a lonely guy with my hobbies. They go the thing. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, same here, Frank. You know, different world, my man. Different world. It was much peaceful. I don't know how old you are, but I'm 60. I'm going to be 66, and the world was much safer back in the day. All this shit that's happening today, forget it. Especially what happened today in Pennsylvania. Oh, okay. Yeah, listen, I told my wife, I says, you know, I'm 3 years retired, almost 3 years retired now. And I told her she don't want to leave. She don't want to leave the boys, you know. Yeah, today is too shameful. Yeah, you're right. And, you know, my boys are going to, you know, my one son, he's a federal, what do you call it, probation officer. So, you know, he's not going anywhere out of state or anything like that. And my other guy, he works the pizza truck with me. That's his business. You know, eventually I got to step away from it because I want to retire. It is. It is. It is. Once we find out about the story and the shooter and everything else, you know, it's not acceptable. Absolutely not. And people are just crazy. You know, I just want to know. Yeah. Yeah, it's not acceptable what happened today. Absolutely not. Not to no one. I don't give a shit what you say. You like him, you love him, you hate him. The guy next door, you love him, you hate him. You know, it's not acceptable. No, not at all. Not at all. Okay, we go to the bottom of the ninth inning. Last licks for the Cincinnati Reds. They trail it by 2. It's going to be Perez, Menke, and George Foster. And here we go. It's G.PERRY on the mound. He is a strong 9. This is his endurance inning. He has pitched 8 innings, given up 4, 5, 6 hits. 6 hits shutout. Perez is 0 for 3. Rounded into a double play. No. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You know, if anything worse today that could have happened to him, you know, whether you like him, like I said, whether you like him, you don't like him, you know, he's still running for the presidency of the United States. You know, he's our president. Even if Biden does get in again, you know, he's still the commander. He is our president. You know, I'm not gonna say bad things about him or anything like that. You know, but yeah, it can't. This can't happen. This cannot happen. All right, bottom of the 9th inning, Tony Perez stands in. He needs that strong hit on a 3. Perry's pitch to Perez, and it's a 5-7 on the right side, 5-7, and that's a called strike 3. And Perez goes down for the second time looking, and that is strikeout number 6 for Mr. Perry. 1 away here in the 9th. Dennis Menke will stand in. Menke is 1 for 3 in the game. Struck out his last time up. 1 down. That's right. Absolutely. Free democracy. That's absolutely right. Menke's 1 for 3. He needs a strong hit on the 1 column. Here's the pitch. And he gets it, 1-5 from the right side. It's a triple, 1-2. That's a 10. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Nicely cut off by oh my God, Unser. And he scoops it up and he cuts it off and he holds Menke to a single. That would have helped out if the ball got past Unser, but it did not. And I think I'm going to go for a pinch hitter here for George Foster. Let's see who the Reds have. Let's see what Sparky Anderson is thinking. Righty, so let's look at the lefties. Daryl Cheney, Cesar Geronimo. Nah, I don't think so. Ted Uhlander. No, so we're going to go with a righty. And it looks like Hal McRae is going to grab a bat and come up here for George Foster. Going to have a pinch hitter. Pinch hit. And it's going to be number 7 in the batting order, McRae. Pinch hit. Hal McRae in 1972 batted .278. He had 5 homers and 26 RBIs in 1972. So McRae stands into the batter's box. He's batting from the right side. And McRae has a strong 2 column, and if he doesn't get it, and it gets on G.PERRY's side, you want the 4 column here. So you want the 4 and the 2 for your hot columns. Let's go Reds, as Frankie S says. Here comes the pitch by Perry. And that's going to be a 1, so we're going to freeze this. And we got a wild pitch roll for G.PERRY, 1-7. And here it comes, it's a 10, doesn't get it. So we'll go with the roll, and that's a 4-5 from the right side. And I said he has to grab his 4 column, and he does. 4-5 and it's a 1-3 home run, double the rest of the way. We'll use the 10, and it's going to be a double let me see, what's this, Menke? Menke's a 1-12, and we're going to hold him up right there. So it's second and third, a double for Hal McRae coming off the bench. McRae, double. And we got second and third for the Reds here. Number 7, and Concepcion. What do you want? What do you want to do here, Frank? Pinch hitter for Concepcion. His speed on third, Menke's a 12. Who was it hit to center field? And that's a -2. On a 50-50 shot, you want to go? Frank wants to go. All right, he's the bench coach, so I'm gonna go. Run on. Let me see. Let me add this up. It's gonna be a double. Any man on first. A speed outfielder's arm, so that's a 10. B with 2 outs, and there's 1 out, so that eliminates that. And a D in front of held, subtract 1, and he wasn't being held, so I'm going to add 1. So what is it, 1 to 11? Right. Yeah, I agree. You know, second and third. I need 3 pinch hitters here. You want to pinch hit for Dave Concepcion? He is 0 for 3 in the game, and I need 3 pinch hitters. So he has weak power against righties, and like I send up a strong hitter. Cesar Geronimo, and who's going to play short? Yeah, Darryl Cheney can, and I'll got a lefty. Yeah, I do, but it's Ted Uhlaender and Cesar Geronimo. I'm going to go with Geronimo here. Concepcion is going to be lifted. Pinch hitter. Number 8. And it's Geronimo. No. Pinch hitter. Geronimo, 1972, batted .275. He had 4 homers and 29 RBIs. Second and third, 1 out. And the Reds, base hit tight. Yep, it sure does. He has end power from the right side. He has a few slots in the 1 column. He has a 2-7 on a split 1-2, and he has a strong 3 column. And you got to hit Perry's 4 column to do anything here. So here we go. Perry with 1 out, foul tip and out of play. And second and third, Geronimo batting from the left side. Perry looks in, Fosse gives him the sign, and here we go. And that's going to be a 1-6, but we're going to hold it up because we have a balk pass ball roll. A balk on Perry's card is a 0, so we'll go with it. It's a 1-6, and that's a base hit into center field, And that's going to score the 2 runs, and the Cincinnati Reds have tied it up in the bottom of the 9th inning here in Cincinnati. So the 2 pinch hitters come up big here for the Cincinnati Reds, driving in 2. Pinch hit B. And pinch hit B. And he was number 8. And the Reds have tied the game up at 2-2. Runner on first and still 1 man out. And Nolan's going to be lifted. And we're going to need another pin. I just say that again, Frank. I just missed it. Hold on. What happened here? I don't know what you said, Frank. I just missed it. Perry fatigue now? Let me see. Yes, he is. Yes, he is, and he's going to be lifted. But let's see who we're going to bring in. We're going to bring in the ace. Who was their closer? I saw a guy with 10 saves. Ed Farmer. He had a 4.40 ERA. And Mangori. Steve Mangori has a 3.95. 0-6 with 10 saves. Yeah, I believe so. Hold on. No, not really. He's a 13. And right now it's a -6. I don't know. I gotta bring in a relief pitcher with a good hold. And I need to have, so you're out, you're a 4, you're a 5, you're a -4. And this looks like the card. Denny Riddleberger, a lefty. So who's up? Pete Rose is going to be up. He's a switch hitter, so he'll bat from the right side. So let's hold on. Ed Farmer is a righty. Steve Longoria is a lefty. Steve Hagen and Hennigan, Phil Hennigan. It looks like I'm going to bring in, who's up? Rose, Morgan, and then Bobby Tolan. So I'm going to bring in the lefty. Yeah, I had no intentions on that. Not with a 13. We have 1 out. Pete Rose is the batter. So I'm going to bring in Riddleberger, Denny Riddleberger, for Perry. So Perry falls apart here in the 9th inning. The Reds finally get to him. So Pete Rose is going to face the new relief pitcher. I'm going to run it on first, so let me see. Yeah, and what's this? He's a -4 on the hold, so that changes the dynamics altogether. So let's see, -2, and now we're going to go with a -4 here. Plus Fosse's a 3, so we could go down to a 5, so it's a -7. All right, so pinch hitter here for Nolan. So I'm gonna go with, let's see, he's a lefty. Let's see, I'm gonna bring in Julian Javier. He's strong on the left side, batting from the right side. and we're going to do it. So Javier is going to pinch hit for the pitcher. Third pinch hitter for the Cincinnati Reds. So Sparky Anderson is using the bench. And that's going to be number 9, Javier. Pinch hitter. And Javier batted .209 that season. And he had 2 homers and 12 RBIs for the Cincinnati Reds. So Javier is in. Alright, Eli. Welcome back. Okay. So Javier is the batter. I got Geronimo at first. And here we go. We got Denny Riddleberger, left-handed thrower. I gotta give his stats. He is a relief pitcher, 54 innings pitched in 1972. He went 1-3 with a 2.50 ERA. He didn't start any games. He had no saves, and he allowed 5 homers. So let's see what happens. The Reds could win this game here in the 9th inning. Geronimo is on, and Rose is at. It's Javier at the plate. And here comes the pitch by Riddleberger. And the pitch. And he drops a 3-2 on him from the left side. It's an upward triangle for Javier. 3-2. It's a 1-4 split. And it's a line out right to the shortstop. Duffy makes the play. Javier hit it on the screws, but he came up. Duffy comes up with it, and there are 2 down now. And here comes Petey. Pete switch hitter. He's going to bat from the right side. He singled his last time up. He's 1 for 4 in the game. Pete's going to need that 1 column. That's his hot column. Ballpark single. Yeah, it was a short one, 1 for 4. And here comes Pete's pitch. It's a 3-8 from the left side, and that's going to be lifted to left field. Johnson moving in, and he makes the catch, and that'll do it for the Reds here in the 9th inning. And we're going to extras for the 2nd time in a row, 2nd weekend in a row. The Reds do get 2 runs on 3 hits, and they leave a man left on. We played 9 here in Cincinnati. The Indians 2 and the Reds 2. We'll go to the 10th. Two on 3. We'll go to the 10th, and I gotta make changes here. So hold on. I need a relief pitcher. And who are we gonna go with? Play Carroll? Yep, that's who we're gonna go with. And Nolan's done. And so 2 runs. The 2nd weekend in a row, we got a tie in the bottom of the 9th inning, and we go to extras. So Clay Carroll is going to be on the bump for the Reds, and I'm going to pencil him in, as well as the Cleveland guy, Carroll. He is a right-hand pitcher, 1972. In 1972, he went 6-4 with a 2.25. Uh, 6-4 with 37 saves. 6, 4, 37. He's not in a situation. He's not in a safe situation. Riddleberger. I gotta pencil him in. Riddle. R-I-D-D-L-E. Berger. P-U-R-G-E-R. He's a left-hander. He went 1-3 with a 2.50. 2.50. 1-3. And no saves. Okay, so the pitches are taken care of. Rose made the last out, but I gotta make changes. Who do I pinch hit for Forster right field? So I batted McRae there, so he is an outfielder, so he'll stay. Let me see. In right field. So he will stay in the game in right field, but his defense is suspect. So McRae is going to right field. Forster's out. So McRae goes 4E25. 4/25. And his throwing arm is a +3. And I hate 4s in the outfield, I do. I hate 4s in the outfield. Anyway, it's going to be McRae. And I'll do everything later for McRae. He's done. Alright, so that's 1. So McRae is going to right field now. And with the next guy, Concepcion at short. Daryl Cheney will come in and he'll play short. And who batted for him? Geronimo. Geronimo's out. So, that'll take care of that. So, Cheney is batting 8. C-H-A-N-E-Y. He's going to shortstop. And he is a 328. 328. Alright, so that takes care of that. So I just want to make sure I got everything right. It's going to be Nolen, Tolan, Bench, Perez, Menke, McRae now. Cheney is 8. Javier is done, and then Rose. So Sparky Anderson just went through his bench plays, and they came through, more or less. They got 2 out of 3 hits from pinch hitters. All right, so now we got Clay Carroll, and he'll come in the 10th inning. Let's put the dog bone there. And the Indians are up. We're in the 10th inning here at Cincinnati. We're watching Saturday night at the ballpark between the 72 Reds and the 72 Cleveland Indians. We go to the 10th. Clay Carroll's on the bump. Get out of here. Eli, how old are you? Eli, how old are you? 10? Go to bed. Tell your mother to give you some chocolate chips and milk and go to bed, will you please? I'm only kidding. You ever roll the dice, Eli? Eli, you ever roll the dice? All right, Ray Forsey steps in. He's 1 for 3 in the game. 10th inning here in Cincinnati. Is he really 10 years old, Frankie? Oh, I love some blackjack. I don't think he's 10 years old. He's learning gambling at a very early age. Anyway, of course, he steps in, and here comes the pitch by Clay Carroll. And he drops a 5-10 on him from the right side. That's going to be an X play to third base. Menke's at 221, so he has to clear a 1 and a 2 in the range on the 20. And it's a 4, he just barely did, and that's a 5, so it's going to be a chop down to third, picked up by Menke. Fires to Perez, and there's one down. So 1 away. Yeah, maybe, yeah. So I'm going to times that by 2. No, 3, and he's around 30. And bro, what? I'm not drunk. Alright, Buddy Bell steps in. Buddy's 0 for 3 in the game. Howard looks in, gets a sign by bench. Foul tip and out of play. And here comes the pitch. And that's going to be a 6-9 from the right side, and that's going to be a walk. So it's a 1-out walk. Clay Carroll gives up a walk. Wrong guy. So that's a base runner. Well, 1 out, and Buddy Bell is a 13. Carroll is a -2. So now the Reds got a -2 here. So they can only have a -5, so it's a -7 all told. Buddy Bell is on -7 all told. Let's look at the Cleveland Indians bench. They got a base runner on a 15 named Tommy McGraw. And -7, so that's not going to do any good. No, not with a -7 on the board. So Frank Duffy has stepped in. And what do we do with Mr. Riddleberger? He's on deck. So here comes the pitch by Frank Duffy. And he drops a 3-5 on him from the right side, and that's going to be a swing and a miss. And Duffy goes down for the second time on swinging strikes. And that's Clay Carroll's first strikeout of the game. 2 away. And again, I did this when I brought him in. I should have taken out the guy that made the last out, and I didn't do it. Another mistake, Mike. So let's see what we got on the bench, and let's see who we can bring in as far as relief goes. And we have Phil Hennigan, right-hander. That's one. Let's go with the lowest ERA. The lowest, the Hildendorf. You can go lefty, righty. He's a 2.68, 2.67, 5 starts, 47 innings pitched. I'm gonna go with Phil Hennigan when we get there. So we're gonna have a pinch hitter here for the Cleveland Indians with a man on and 2 outs, and Tom McGraw is gonna grab the bat and pinch hit. So we're gonna have Perry hit well in this game. He had 2 hits, pinch hitter, and he is batter number 9, McGraw. Come on. McGraw in 1972, he batted .258. 7 homers, 33 RBIs. He's gonna pinch hit here. And we took care of that. Runner on first. Tommy batting from the left side. We have 2 outs. Runner on first, who is Buddy Bell. And McGraw is going to get his first pitch from Clay Carroll. He needs a hit in the 2 column, or the 6 column for Clay Carroll. Foul tip and pitch, and it's going to be a 4-7 from the left side, and that's hit to the right side. Ground ball to second base. Morgan scoops it up. He fires the first, and that'll do it for the Cleveland Indians. Here in the 10th inning, we played 9 1/2, and the score was deadlocked at 2 apiece. We'll go to the bottom of the 10th in just 1 second. All right, new pitcher, Hennigan. And off. Phil Hennigan. Hennigan. He is a right-hander. Phil Hennigan is 5-3 with a 2.67 ERA. 5-3, and he had 6 saves. So he'll be on the bump right now. It's going into the bottom of the 10th inning. Cincinnati Reds tied it up in the bottom of the 9th inning to bring this into extra innings. Let me see, hold on. And we'll do the stats later. So McGraw made the last out. So he's done. 10th inning is done. We go to the bottom of the 10th inning, and it's going to be Joe Morgan, Bobby Tolan, and Johnny Bench for the Cincinnati Reds here. Phil Hennigan is on the bump, and Morgan is 1 for 2 with a pair of walks. And he's looking to start. Can you make a say that again, Eli? I missed it. Morgan, batting from the right side, and that's a foul tip. Excuse me, Morgan batting from the right side. He's batting from the left side, and pitch. Oh shit! All right, it's a 1-8 from the right side, and Morgan's going to lead off with a walk here in the top of the 10th inning, and Sparky Anderson is pacing, so let's see. Morgan has stole 2 attempts in this game, caught once. Hennigan is a -1, so we have a -6 on the board, so Morgan will drop down to a 12, but he needs a 2 through 5 and all that other jazz. Okay, so here we go. Going for the jump here, and they know it. Cleveland Indians, they know it. I am. Eli wants another game after this. Eli, would you like another game after this? What kind of dog, Eli? Here comes the jump. And it's a 4, and he's going to get it. So 1 to 18 minus the 6. Making sure it's minus 6. And it's a 1 to 12. So here we go. Morgan's on the jump on a 1 to 12. Does he swipe another bag? And he does. He steals the bag, and he's in scoring position for the Cincinnati Reds. And the crowd of 38,844 are on their feet with nobody out. Here comes Bobby Tolan. Oh, nice, nice. They're cute, those dogs. You want another game after this? What time is it? Oh, it's almost 1 o'clock in the morning. We'll see. Anyway, Bobby Tolan steps into the batter's box. We have Joe Morgan on second. A base hit wins the game. Bill Hennigan is on the mound. Here comes the pitch from Hennigan. And he drops a 5-5 on him from the left side, and that ball is hit deep, way back there. Looking up is the center fielder, Hudson, and this ball is gone for a 2-run homer, and the Cincinnati Reds win the ball game 4-2. Bobby Tolan, a walk-off home run, and the Cincinnati Reds win their first game in the under 200 ERA tournament. As Morgan touches the plate, here comes Bobby Tolan, and the Cincinnati Reds pile up at home plate and to greet Bobby Tolan, and the game is over. Nice way to end it. Midnight here, so what time is it here? It's 1. We're in the Midwest. Thank you, Frank. Thank you. Walk-off, yep. It was a walk-off. And that'll do it. 2 runs in the 9th, 2 runs in the 10th, and the Reds win it 1972. They win the game 4-2. Bobby Tolan's 10th inning, 2-run home run, walk-off. Phil Hennigan is the loser. Clay Carroll will be the winner. And the dejected Cleveland Indians are walking off the field, and until the next tournament with the Cleveland Indians. So that'll take care of that. So it was a good game. It was a pitching matchup. Cleveland jumped all over the Cincinnati Reds, 2 runs. But as they say, you can't lean on that for the rest of the game. You gotta score. You gotta score runs. And they couldn't do it any longer than that. Nolan just calmed the situation down and kept the game where it's supposed to be, and the Cincinnati Reds pulled it out here in the 10th inning, scored 4-2. 2 runs on 1 hit, and 2, 4. I got 2, 4, 6, 8 hits for the Indians. And their last hit was in the 6th inning. They didn't get anything the rest of the way. It stopped in the 6th inning after the error. After the base hit by Johnson. And then Nolan just came in and put the rest down. He got 10 in a row at one point, I think. Yeah. And then Carroll came in the 10th to shut it down. So That's 8 hits, so that's 4, 5, 6, 9, 10 hits for the Reds. The Reds made an error, and so did the Cleveland Indians, 1 error apiece. LOBs. LOBs for the Cincinnati Reds, 3, 4, 5, 6. LOBs, 6 for the Reds. For the Indians, 2, 3. Yeah, that was it, huh? Wait a minute, they had 1 in the 10th. So they had 4. 2, 4, shit, 8, 10, 1 and 1. So that's your final. 4-2 Cincinnati, 8 hits for the Indians, 10, 1 and 1. And that takes care of that. See you later. Nice knowing you. Where you going? You're 10 years old. You should stay up. Take care, Eli. See you later, Eli. Brush your teeth before. Yeah, Eli. Hey, listen, you gotta be bad to be good. You know what I mean? Perry, he went, strikeout, hit, double, second and third, he was tied. So who got the bone? So that takes care of Perry, and then 1 hit on 2 hits. So he pitched 8 and 1/3. He pitched 2/3 of an inning. And Hennigan didn't get any outs, so he was done there. Perry gave up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hits. He gave up 1 hit. And he must have gave up 1 hit, so that's 10. He gave up a walk, and again, no strikeouts, and 2 runs. Bird didn't give up a walk, I don't believe. Nope. No walks, no strikeouts, no runs. Perry gave up, I know he gave up they should have a good basketball team this year with their new coach. What, the Razorbacks? 1, 2, 3. 3 walks and 6 strikeouts. 6 strikeouts. And he gave up those 2 runs too, so both 2 runs. And again, the loser. 2 runs. In the 10th, 1 hit. Okay? That's 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, right? And there's your score. Perry went 8 1/3 innings, 8 hits, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts, 2 earned runs. Riddleberger, 2/3 of an inning, 1 hit. No walks, no strikeouts, no runs. Hennigan came in, he gave up a hit, a walk, and that hit was a 2-run homer by Bobby Tolan. He'll take the loss in this tournament for Nolan. I didn't do Nolan. Shit. Let's see. He went 9 innings. And 9 innings. He gave up 1, and they haven't seen the hit since the 6th. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hits. 8 hits, 4 strikeouts, and no walks. No walks. 4 strikeouts. He gave up 2 earned runs. Carroll comes in, 1 inning, and he gives up nothing, a walk and a strikeout. 1 inning, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, no runs. And he is the winner. So for the Reds, Nolan went 9, 8 hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts, he gave up 2 earned runs. Carroll came in, 1 inning, no hits, 1 walk, 1 strikeout, and no runs there. The winning pitcher is Carroll. And the loser is Hennigan. And there's your ball game for this week. Bye, Eli. Now don't forget, brush your teeth and comb your hair. All right? Frankie, is he really 10 years old? Oh, God. Eli. Eli. You're 10, huh? You know you're not supposed to watch this channel. It's not made for you. No minors. You know that? Bye, Eli. Go to bed. Let's see how many people we got in the room. 3. Nope. Okay. What are you gonna do? Play video games till 4 in the morning? Who's your favorite NFL team? You don't have a favorite NFL team? All right, tomorrow night we got Sunday night at the ballpark, special feature game, Frankie S. He recommended the game. He wanted to see the 96 San Francisco Giants against the 96 New York Mets. Everything is made out already. Lineup cards, I think. I don't think I made that out yet. These charts are a pain in the ass. No, I didn't make it out yet. So tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, we got Sunday night at the ballpark, a special edition. Frankie has requested to see the 96 San Francisco Giants. And the team's right here, right now. We'll play that at 9 o'clock tomorrow night, and we hope to see you at the ballpark. Final score from Cincinnati, it is the Indians 2, Reds 4. Next Saturday, I don't know if I'm going to be on live, but where's the rest of the tickets? Was this the last one? I think it was. Next Saturday, I'm going to tell you who we're at. There's one more game. Hold on a second. It sucks. No, that's it. All right, I wrote it down. Okay, so the upcoming games will be, matchups will be the 2018 New York Mets, DeGrom, against 2000 Martinez. And then we got the 63 Dodgers with Sandy Koufax and Medlin from the Atlanta Braves 2012 squad. And then finally, Tom Seaver will be coming out, the 1971. That'll be in 3 weeks from now, and he'll be going up against Gross of the 1956. That's funny. What team was he on? I think it was the Dodgers. I'm not that sure, but we got time for that anyway. So 3 upcoming games. It's going to be DeGrom against Pedro Martinez of 2000. So we hope to see you next week. Don't know if it's going to be live. It all depends on my schedule, what's happening for next week, and with the truck, and we'll videotape it if we have to. So anyway, this is Mike saying so long from Saturday night at the ballpark. If Frankie, yes, thank you for coming in and keeping company and watching the game. And Eli, the 10-year-old, I thank him also. So until next week, we'll see you. Stay well, everyone.